Chris Tindal. In the last federal election, his campaign increased the riding's Green vote by a factor of 47% over the previous results. Also, the party's Democratic reform advocate, Chris, works closely with leader Elizabeth May and other members of the shadow cabinet to write the platform, media releases, and issue backgrounders. The last major release was Vision Green, a document that outlines the Green Party's plans for all aspects of federal governance. Chris Tindal is an interactive media producer and former vice president of the Ontario Recreational Canoeing Association. He has lived in Toronto Centre for 7 years. He also serves on the board of directors of a boys' residential summer camp. He is the environmental editor for Torontoist, a local news site. A proud member of Next Generation Energy Alternatives, Chris Tindal supports local solutions to energy, economy, and environment challenges. Chris Tindal is your Green candidate in Toronto Centre. Chris Tindal, it's your turn. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Anne, and thanks to, well, my Britney Spears device is malfunctioning a bit. Thank you to all of you for coming and for that warm welcome. I'm really looking forward to this evening, to receiving your questions and addressing the issues that are important to you, and it's really good to be back here as your Green Party candidate again in this federal election. The question that we are asked to address in this first 3-minute statement is how our parties will address the issues that are of particular importance to Toronto, which is, I think, important. I think we want a member of parliament who will be rooted in the community, who will be focused on our riding while they keep in mind the national scene as well. And so I'm flying a bit without a net here because this is debate number 7 that we've done, and a lot of us, all of us really, you know, I'm just as guilty as anyone, have made the same speech over and over again, and I wanted to try something different tonight because I think as we've made those speeches over and over again, there's a point where it's tempting to let cynicism sit in and say that these are all just words. You've heard a whole bunch of candidates tonight talk about their commitment to affordable housing, and so it's hard to judge, you know, what is just words and what's real action. And talking to people in the riding about what's of concern to them, and I know what's concern to me, we've heard concerns about the lack of affordable housing. We've heard concerns about the lack of economic opportunity and jobs in some areas of our riding. We've heard concerns about things that sometimes aren't necessarily considered a political issue, but the fact that people want to live their lives in a more green way. They want to buy locally grown food, but it's so hard to find locally grown food in our grocery stores. We've heard concerns that, and we know that Toronto is facing an energy crisis, and that we need to take smart action in order to address that. So I got together with my team and we came up with a concrete proposal that could be a symbol to represent a step in the right direction towards a solution to these. We call it the Grow Housing Toronto Project. Many of you will have received a handout on the way in, and I'm very excited about that. We worked with an excellent architect and designer, Gord Graff, and basically we designed what would be new units of affordable housing based on all the success we've had. We know what a successful model the St. Lawrence is, so new cooperative housing in an extremely green building that actually has a farm integrated into it, actually produces a lot of its own power, and actually has enough geothermal to heat and cool not only its own building, but the buildings around it. These aren't just ideas and numbers pulled out of the air. They are based on our consultations with a wide variety of experts, be they experts in energy or housing or agriculture. And I'm extremely excited about this initiative, and I encourage you to take a look. If you didn't get one of the handouts on your way in, then you can pick one up on the way out. And it is obviously just one aspect. It's one idea, but I think it's a great idea. It's an idea that I'm really excited about and proud to be associated with. And that's what I wanted to share with you tonight in my first 3 minutes. Thank you.